Hey there, ready to feel tiny. Today, we're going on a deep dive into a world where skyscrapers look like toothpicks. The world of mega statues. You know those towering figures that just capture your imagination and make you wonder, how on earth did they build that?
What's captivating about these structures is how they transcend mere size. They're not just about being big. They're expressions of culture, history, belief, woven into the very fabric of their surroundings.
Our guide for this journey is a fantastic YouTube video from MegaBuilds.
It's a testament to the diverse tapestry of our world, wouldn't you say? Each statue is a window into the heart of a culture, reflecting its values, beliefs, and aspirations. Take the Gushan Guanyin in China, for instance. At a towering 99 meters, she embodies the Buddhist ideals of wisdom and compassion.
Okay, I'm already intrigued. Tell me more about this Guanyin and what makes her so special.
Well, she's depicted with 11 heads, each representing a different aspect of wisdom, symbolizing the ability to see the world from multiple perspectives and make enlightened choices. And then there are the multitude of arms, not literally 1,000 despite the common saying, which extend outwards in a gesture of universal embrace, symbolizing the boundless compassion of a bodhisattva.
Wow, so it's not just about the visual impact, but the deep symbolism woven into every detail. That makes you appreciate the thought and intention behind these creations even more, doesn't it?
Absolutely. It's like they're trying to communicate something profound, something that transcends language and speaks directly to the human spirit.
Okay. So we've got wisdom and compassion embodied in the Gushan Guanyin. What other kinds of stories are these statues telling?
Let's hop over to Japan, where we find the Sendai Daikanon, another 100-meter giant, but with a totally different vibe. This one's all about introspection and the journey within. Imagine climbing an internal staircase, encountering 108 statues along the way, each representing a different human desire. Greed, jealousy, pride, all the things we grapple with on our path to enlightenment.
Wow, a pilgrimage within a pilgrimage. That's such a powerful concept. And to think they constructed this back in 1991, talk about a feat of engineering. It makes you wonder how they even managed to pull off such complex designs, especially with the technology available back then.
Let's take the Ushiku Daibutsu in Japan. A 120-meter bronze behemoth. You wouldn't believe how they put this thing together. They used a technique called the curtain wall method, which is actually more common in skyscraper construction. First, they erected a massive steel frame, like the skeleton of the statue. Then they meticulously fitted bronze-plated blocks onto this framework piece by piece until the entire figure took shape. It's like assembling a giant 3D jigsaw puzzle, but on an epic scale.
That's mind-boggling. And it's not just the techniques, it's the materials too, right? I mean, we're talking about creating something that can withstand the elements for generations to come.
Precisely. Each material plays a critical role, not just for structural integrity, but also for aesthetics and longevity. For instance, the Statue of Belief in India, standing tall at 112 meters, showcases a fascinating blend of concrete, steel, copper, and zinc.
Okay, break that down for me. What's the purpose of each of those materials?
Concrete forms the core, providing rock-solid stability. Steel reinforces the structure, giving it the strength to withstand wind and seismic forces. And then you have the copper and zinc, adding a layer of visual brilliance while protecting the statue from the relentless forces of nature. It's like a symphony of materials, each playing its part in creating a masterpiece that can stand the test of time.
It makes you realize that these mega statues are more than just grand displays. They're feats of human ingenuity, a testament to our ability to dream big and then figure out how to turn those dreams into reality.
And that's where things get really intriguing, because not all grand visions reach their full potential. Remember the Shivaji Maharaj Smarak in India? It was supposed to be this epic 212-meter tribute to a warrior king, rising from its own artificial island off the coast of Mumbai.
Oh, yeah. That one was going to be breathtaking. The image of him on horseback, sword raised high. It would have been a statement for sure. But I haven't heard much about it lately. What happened?
Exactly. It highlights the reality that even the most ambitious projects can encounter unexpected hurdles, funding issues, environmental concerns, political roadblocks. These are just some of the challenges that can derail even the best laid plans. It's a reminder that the path to creating something truly monumental is rarely smooth sailing.
And there was another one, right? The proposed statue of Lord Rama.
Yeah.
Aiming to shatter records at a staggering 252 meters. What's the latest on that project?
It's another ambitious undertaking in India, still in its early stages. These grand visions make you ponder the driving force behind this desire to build taller and taller. Is it a matter of national pride? Religious devotion? Or perhaps a strategic move to attract tourism and boost the economy.
Maybe it's a bit of everything. But that's what makes these statues so captivating, isn't it? They're not just about size. They're a reflection of the cultures and values that birthed them.
Absolutely. Each statue we've discussed so far offers a unique glimpse into the human experience, showcasing our capacity for creativity, ambition, and a deep-seated desire to leave our mark on the world.
And speaking of leaving a mark, we can't move on without talking about the current record holder, the Statue of Unity. This one's a real game changer, standing tall at a mind-blowing 240 meters. But it's not just the height that makes it special, right?
You're absolutely right. The Statue of Unity is as much about symbolism as it is about scale. It represents a pivotal figure in India's history, Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, a key leader in the Indian independence movement.
All right, let's dive into that. Why is this particular figure so important in India's history, and how does the statue reflect his legacy?
You see, after India gained independence from British rule in 1947, it wasn't a seamless transition into a unified nation. There were over 560 princely states, each with its own ruler. And Patel played a pivotal role in convincing them to join the newly formed Republic of India. Can you imagine the diplomacy and negotiation skills that must have taken?
Wow, over 560? That's incredible. No wonder they call him the Iron Man of India. It sounds like he was instrumental in shaping the India we know today.
Precisely. And the Statue of Unity stands as a testament to his legacy as a unifier, a symbol of the strength and resilience of a nation forged from diverse backgrounds.
It's amazing how these mega statues can bring history to life, isn't it? It's one thing to read about these figures in a textbook, but to see them immortalized on such a grand scale really makes you appreciate their impact.
Absolutely.
It's fascinating how these mega statues can serve so many purposes: historical, cultural, and even spiritual. It makes you think about all the different ways humans have tried to leave their mark on the world throughout history.
It's a testament to our enduring desire to connect with something larger than ourselves, whether through art, architecture, or these colossal creations that defy gravity and capture our imaginations.
Speaking of defying gravity, let's shift gears for a moment and talk about a statue that often gets overlooked, perhaps because it's a little off the beaten path. The Laikin Sekya in Myanmar.
Ah, yes. The Laikin Sekya, a hidden gem in the world of mega statues. At 129 meters, it's the third tallest statue in the world, depicting a reclining Buddha.
I have to admit, I hadn't heard of this one before watching the MegaBuilds video, but the imagery is stunning. This reclining Buddha is massive, and the detail, even from the video, is incredible.
The sheer size is impressive, of course, but what's really striking is its location. Unlike many of the other statues we've discussed, which are often found in bustling cities or popular tourist destinations, the Laikin Sekya is nestled in a rural area of central Myanmar. It's not easily accessible, which adds to its mystique and makes it a true pilgrimage for those seeking a more contemplative experience.
You know, that contrast really highlights something we haven't touched on yet. It's not always about grandeur and making a bold statement. Sometimes it's about creating a space for quiet reflection and spiritual connection.
You're absolutely right. The Laikin Sekya embodies this perfectly. The reclining posture of the Buddha symbolizes his final state of enlightenment before entering nirvana. It's an invitation to let go of worldly attachment and find inner peace.
And that serene quality is something I noticed in the video as well. There's a sense of tranquility that radiates from the statue, enhanced by its peaceful surroundings.
Precisely.
Let's talk about another impressive Buddha statue, the Spring Temple Buddha in China. This one holds the record for the tallest Buddha statue in the world, right?
It does. At a staggering 208 meters, the Spring Temple Buddha is a sight to behold. And what makes it even more spectacular is its gilded exterior, covered in over 100 kilograms of gold.
Wow, 100 kilograms of gold. That must be a breathtaking sight in person, especially when the sunlight hits it.
It's designed to shimmer and shine, symbolizing the radiant light of Buddha's teachings, illuminating the path to enlightenment.
I can only imagine the impact that must have on visitors. Seeing this golden giant rising from the landscape, it seems like a powerful expression of devotion and faith.
It is. The Spring Temple Buddha serves as a pilgrimage site for Buddhists from all over the world, drawing millions each year.
It reminds us that these statues aren't just about size and spectacle. They're about storytelling, about conveying emotions and ideas that resonate with people on a deeper level.
Exactly. And sometimes those stories are deeply rooted in mythology and folklore, like the Garuda Wisnu Kencana in Indonesia.
Oh yes, the Garuda Wisnu Kencana. This one's a real head-turner, depicting a scene straight out of Hindu mythology. You've got Vishnu, a major deity, riding on the back of Garuda, this mythical bird-like creature, and the scale is incredible.
Absolutely. At 122 meters, it dominates the landscape, visible from miles around. And what's remarkable about its construction is that it wasn't built on site. Over 700 individual modules were meticulously crafted in a factory hundreds of kilometers away and then transported to the site for assembly. Imagine the logistical challenges.
Wow. That must have been a massive undertaking. It's amazing how they managed to pull that off, especially with the level of detail involved. It's a testament to the ingenuity and dedication of everyone involved.
It is. And the end result is truly stunning. It's not just a statue. It's a piece of art that tells a story, bringing ancient mythology to life in a way that captures the imagination.
And it serves as a cultural icon for Bali, attracting visitors from all over the world. It's a reminder that these statues can play a significant role in tourism and economic development, becoming landmarks that define a region's identity. Okay, so we've explored the how and the why behind these mega statues, but there's one question I keep coming back to. Why taller? Why bigger? Is it just a case of mine is bigger than yours on a global scale? Or is there something deeper at play?
It's a fascinating question, isn't it? And I don't think there's a single simple answer. As we've seen throughout our deep dive, the motivations behind these mega statues are as diverse as the cultures that create them. There's certainly an element of national pride, especially when you look at statues like the Statue of Unity in India or the Mother Ukraine. They stand as symbols of national identity, showcasing a country's achievements and aspirations.
I can see that. It's like saying to the world, look at what we're capable of. We're a force to be reckoned with.
Exactly. But then you have statues like the Spring Temple Buddha and the Laikian Sekya, where the focus shifts to spirituality and religious devotion. These statues aren't about power or dominance. They're about inspiring awe and reverence, connecting people to something larger than themselves.
It's that sense of wonder and connection that really resonates with me. It's why people travel from all over the world to see these colossal creations. They evoke something primal within us, a sense of awe at the sheer scale and artistry involved.
It's like they tap into a deep-seated human need to create, to leave our mark on the world, to build something that will outlast us.
So, as we wrap up our deep dive into the world of mega statues, I'm left with a lingering question for you. And for anyone listening, if you could commission a giant statue, what would it represent? What story would you want to tell? What message would you want to convey to the world?
It's a great question to ponder, isn't it? Would it be a tribute to a historical figure, a symbol of your cultural heritage, or perhaps an abstract representation of a value or ideal you hold dear?
Would it be a towering beacon of hope, a symbol of unity, or a call to action on an issue you feel passionate about? The possibilities are endless, limited only by our imagination.
And that's what makes this topic so captivating. It's not just about the statues themselves, it's about what they represent, the stories they tell, and the conversations they spark.
They're a reflection of who we are, where we've been, and where we might be going. They invite us to look up, to marvel, and to consider our own place in the grand tapestry of human history.